Now we're getting set for another big heat, and it is another CT rookie who has made it this far in the draw. Kanoa Igarashi of the USA out there in the blue jersey up against Adrian Buchan in the looking for a quarterfinal spot yet again. Here at the Quiksilver Pro, the Goofy Footers look sharp. He'll be in the red jersey. Ronnie Blakey with Ross Williams, a former Championship Tour competitor. And Ross, Canoa has been doing so well, causing some pretty solid upsets as he's moved through the rounds. But Adrian Buchan, he's been putting together some pretty impressive heat score totals.
He has. He's managed to keep himself in it to win it. And right here, scrapping into a little insider.
And not a bad option, just taking a wave in the beginning. This thing's actually lining up pretty nicely for the 18-year-old, and he just whips that tail and surfing with some increased speed every time he pulls the jersey on. And hammering down the line, nice big float to finish this wave off, and just plants that thing. So a good start for Canoa.
Little stamp of approval there for Canoa. Some body language to mark that floater, a finished, completed ride. And I think Ace Buckin will be really feeling that last victory from Adrian de Souza. He's like, all right, this is how it's meant to be. This is the order of things. Veterans make the right choices, and we slice up these rookies. So I think he'll be energized by Adriano taking down Connor. He wants to do the same thing, take the wind out of this kid's sails. But I think for Kanoa Igarashi, he had a really shaky heat in the last round, so he wants to make things right again for him and have a positive experience in his heat by what any 18-year-old want to do. Of course, they want to win, but they want to just rip on the wave. They want to kick out knowing they killed it. But, we are looking at head-high waves. But I've seen Kanoa Igarashi on the North Shore. I've seen him get some pretty solid barrels at pipe and backdoor, so I think he'll be okay. But he's definitely 18 years old. He's going to grow up right before our eyes on tour.
Buzzer is over, and I realized I won the heat, and that's why I exploded myself. I was like, yes, I did, and thanks God for that opportunity, and believe me the whole time, and listening my praise as well. So I'm really happy to move this quarterfinal, and yeah, putting me back in a business again, and then quarterfinal both. Definitely these are the results I was looking for, and yeah, I'm happy to compete the quarters against one of the fellow beat me in a round 4 World Cup. He's been smashing this contest, surfing really well, and hopefully tomorrow the wave is going to be good and put a good show for the final day.
And then obviously you seem to also rise to the challenge, when you're up against it. Obviously Wilco has been one of the standouts in this event, so how do you go rest and prepare for that quarterfinal matchup?
Yeah, definitely need some rest after this long day, and but tomorrow morning 5:30 I'll be here again and starting my preparation and see what I can do.
He's made a habit of fighting his way back in the heats throughout this contest, and he's about to take his first ride. Been solid on the first turns throughout the contest. This one doesn't really give him much to work with, so he's got his eyes down the line hoping this thing stands up. Looks like it's got a pretty good wall on it as Ace just continues to keep that board moving. Steps up on front of his board for a moment to get some speed down the line. Clean little float into that backhand carve. So much variation here. And a tidy finish on the closeout section, and there it is. The little fist pump. It's almost the finishing move for Buckin these days.
And he doesn't care. He doesn't apologize for it, and how can you blame him? His effort is contagious. You feel it all the way up here in the booth. He is super energetic out there. This is the most engaged I've seen him in, I'd say, a couple of years.
I think for Ace too, in some ways, like Adriano de Souza, he uses that to fire himself up. It's not necessarily a sell. He's just amping to get himself into the mix here, because Canoa started strong. He looked really fast, but Ace, he got the finish.
Yeah, and he had some combos here. He had some different maneuvers. Nice snap and carve and floater. There's that cool sweeping cutback. So the judges will like that. The fact that Ace, not only does he look energetic and alert and fired up, but he kind of delivered every maneuver in the book here except for an air. And he's going to finish it off with a nice little snap right before that wave closes out. That was a kind of a nice steep section.
What about Pete Mel just walking on water in the background of those shots there?
How did I miss the condor?
With Ace Buckin. Pete, Strider, he ate all your Tim Tams. You're not happy. Is seeing surfing like that from Adrian Buchan cheering you up a little bit?
You guys are non-stop. The little squawk box up there. I tell you, I just wanted to really elaborate what Ross was saying, you know, very engaged. And you can see it on his face. You can see it on the way he commits to every turn. Even those slow periods, he's laying into those turns, trying to make it as smooth and as powerful, creating a show, an entertainer. Is that what he's doing? And it's going to reflect in his scores. I mean, you're going to see that that's probably going to go right up there in the high to good range and maybe even excellent.
Do you feel like this first event, you've already learned a ton?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think I loosened up through the whole event. In that heat, I felt the best I felt out of any heat. And yeah, just kind of ready to surf against these guys and just want to do good surfing, catch good waves, and fired up for the rest of the year.
It's a really strong rookie class, you know, going for Rookie of the Year, all of you right now at this point. Are we going to see a lot more out of you guys?
Yeah, I think so. You know, we got already 3 guys here getting at least 9ths. I don't know what's happening in this heat. Kyle and I just lost, but I think everyone's, you know, wants it, and I think everyone's been working really hard at it, and obviously, you know, all those guys are really talented, so it's going to be a fun year, and I think everyone's looking forward to trying to mix it up.
As far as preparation for Bells, you're going to hang out here or head down and get warmed up?
I might stick around for a day or two, check out the swell forecast and see what's going on down there, but it'd be fun to watch, you know, watch the rest of the comp tomorrow here.
J-Bay, you know, that's no secret. We've all seen that video clip of him on that Black Beauty there, you know, and that was at 18 years old. So, you know, it really could happen.
Well, here goes Kanoa. He's looking to dispose of a 2.93. He just drifts that tail, but isn't really feeling it, so he kicks out. 8 minutes remaining now. And even though he's got the lead, Ross, he's not comfortable.
Yeah, he knows that. Kanoa knows he needs to be on the prowl, and I give him credit. He's been doing that. He just hasn't had the luxury of one of those backup waves coming in. And that's been a little frustrating for these competitors this afternoon. That swell's backed off. So there are not as many opportunities.
7.5 minutes to go. Buckin using priority on this one, and in Kanoa's face. Throws his board straight up vertically. And now he's just grinding away. Really moving through some of the flatter sections of water with a lot of speed, Buckin, throughout this contest. Just keeping that board moving. Just swiveling through to the inside now. Starting to lean a little bit harder on the tail. And there is a solid bang on the inside. Just really dusting this wave off. And kicks out.
And this is what you'll see when you have a rookie class that's this strong. You're going to see, oh, hold on there, Ace. You're going to see veterans like Ace up their level. So you can see they're inspired. That's what I really feel. This little bit of extra body language we're seeing from Ace, I just feel like he's appreciating the moment. You know, there really is an energy in the air that these rookies could kind of change the vibe of the tour. You know, we're seeing the changing of the guard. So guys like Ace, they have to up their level. And you can feel that. I mean, that energy we keep talking about from Bucko, it's so tangible. You can see it out there. He's even got his head kind of moving around. A lot of body language. And, you know, this wave was pretty slopey through the middle. So I think that body language actually helps. He just looks aggro. And a little fortunate here, Ronnie. This thing stands up for him. So he does manage to finish this wave with a really exciting move right there.
What about that long driving bottom turn into that solid hit on the inside, which set up a good finish?
He's always known for having that buttery, perfect style. We refer to him a lot as a surgeon. He's got such precision in his surfing, but I like the fact that he's kind of uglying up his surfing just a little bit with this extra body movement. Ugly's not the right word, but, you know, he's just being a little more aggro is the right word, and I think he's just trying to rise to the occasion.
He's hyped up. Even getting off the ski, he looks like he's doing everything almost at a faster pace than everyone else at this stage of the game, especially when you start talking about the veteran surfers on the tour. He's looking to evolve his game. And while he might not be the kind of guy who's going to evolve and take it to the air with that extra speed in some of those major turns. He's still fetching solid numbers and has continued to do it throughout the rounds. An 8.27 on his second wave. So 2 scores, 2 keepers, and Kanoa is in combo. He needs a 2-wave total of 16.05 to get into the lead now, and Buckin relentless, and he's going to sell this wave to Kanoa. Kanoa's got a bit to work with here, but not sure what this wave is going to do down the line. It's almost breaking in 2. So he's going to try and generate as many big turns out of this short wall as possible. He's going to get an oncoming section, needs to take to the air. He does it, but it's an awkward flight and he can't get the landing.
Well, I don't blame Kanoa for going for broke. You know, at this point in the heat with 4 minutes left, he doesn't have the luxury of kind of climbing back into this heat 1-8 at a time. He really has to go nuts. So I think at this point for him to be aggressive, go to the air, that's the game plan.
4 minutes to go. Kanoa Igarashi winning 2 QS events last year. The Mahalo Surf Eco Festival QS 6000. And he also won a 3000 at Virginia Beach. He counted a 3rd place finish in the US Open as one of his stronger results as well. But he is in trouble at the moment. The 18-year-old rookie.
Comboed. So, I mean, he has to catch 2 waves. Again, he can't. He doesn't have the luxury of being conservative. He's going to have to go nuts on both his 2 waves. But with 3.5 minutes, that is a very tall order. Big tail release here, drifts backwards for a second. Judges don't usually like that though, if you're kind of riding backwards. Just kind of slows the program down. Nice tail release there. But as you mentioned, Ronnie, a really irritating elbow in that wave. Kind of split it in 2 and killed his momentum.
I don't think he missed any opportunity after that ride, but Adrian Buchan, I think, definitely coached him into that wave. And Adrian Buchan started this heat with a 7.77, was very selective, found an 8.27 on his second wave, and he was basically unbeatable